Selena. So, okay pa, nandyan pa si Maring Lunox.
Yes, pero we are seeing that the cushion is going to be hovered by Jack Notito. Syempre, nakita natin that the cushion is performing very well here, even though na hindi siya yung top pick or top band. At ayan na nga, na-lock in na nila without further ado, sabi ng So Execution Punishers. At syempre, this goes to show that the Granger is up for grabs. But, ooh, look at this! Mukhang nilock in nila ang Rafaela here, which is quite a shock and a very exotic pick from Happy Feet Emperors.
Oh my god. Ito yung sabi ko eh. The Emperors, they like to roll the dice.
Yes.
They like to gamble. And I'm talking about how some teams really just want to have fun.
Yeah.
And right now, ito yung idea nila ng fun. Kahit sabihin mo, isa lang yung main tank nila, which they did in Series 1, feeling ko naman, this should be some way to cover that weakness up. Kasi nga may Rafaela. There are ways to heal up. And because of that, there's no way that Lunox is going to see play here tonight. At least in Game 1. Punishers.
Yes.
Pick up the thumbs.
Yeah. And of course, knowing that they have chose that Thomas right here, this Esmeralda is going to be a lethal one, I think. Because ang isa sa mga core nila, it's going to be Zapno, of course, no doubt dyan. Pero syempre si Chakno though, even if he's playing the tank, we also see him like play support as well. And I think it's going to be, nakita natin yan sa ating game ngayon since he will be the one using the Esmeralda right here. But for Team Happy Feet Emperors, they are going wild for this Rafaela pick.
I don't know exactly kung paano siya i-digest. Hindi ko pa alam kung... It's been a while since I've seen Rafaela.
Yes, it's like one of the very first seasons talaga. Doon mo siya okay, Rafaela was actually buff nung mga sinaunang seasons. But you don't see every day that the Rafaela is on the S tier or the A tier. So, this is actually a new and exotic pick na gustong-gusto ko rin makita from Happy Feet Emperors. Kasi I wanna know if this Rafaela pick can actually pull off. It only means na kayang mag-exotic pick ng Happy Feet Emperors.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but we've never seen Rafaela in the
Yes,
Nationals.
never seen before. Same with the Jawhead.
Yun lang yun. Except when Siren made
Yes.
it work, right? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into Game 1. Business as usual for the Emperors and Punishers. Pakilala natin ang ating mga koponan real quick. On the side of the Emperors, it's Arbe on that Leomord. It's MP on the Granger. My boy Tan playing the Harris. Mr. V is the Rafaela. And of course, it's Cram on the Minotaur.
For Suwa Execution Punishers, we have May as the thumb. Dian going for the Akai Chaknu with the Diggy. Bakbet is going to use the Esmeralda. And finally, Zapnu is for the Gushan.
It's one thing to note, ang Punishers, wala silang traditional carry. Instead, they're gonna go here for the mid-range strategy. Syempre, they want Zapnu to go ahead and snowball. Of course, Chaknu, known for being such a lethal tank. We've seen him jump in as a Minotaur. Paano pa kaya kung Esmeralda? So they are gonna go for this very, very violent and convicting gold take here. Pati sa baba,
looks like no one's occupying middle lane right now.
Pati sa baba, nakuha na nga Punishers ang gold buff. So, so that's gonna lead to a 200 gold lead very quickly.
But of course, the discipline from both sides of the team show nila ang respective minions from the top side and the bot side as well. Oh, si Chakmo medyo aggressive din sa baba. But here we have May, medyo inaharas tong si MP. But with a low health thanks to the Rafaela here, napagamit siya ng sprint to tower hug in that top side.
Chill lang. Dian here and Zapnu to the rescue. Iwan niyo yung tropa namin dito. Offlaner yan si Dian, ha? Don't touch him.
But look at the bottom side though, nine-neglect ng Happy Feet Emperors. So it leaves to a good position for Suwa Execution Punishers to push this first bottom turret. Pero May here on the bring about with the Summon Force in play as the first blood will be going to Mr. V with his first skill. At na-execute though ang ating paring Harriet. But in the long run, it's actually a good trade because Suwa Execution Punishers just push the bottom side and a good rotation para sa ating turtle.
It would be too much to ask for the Punishers to go from 6 to 12, bottom to top to defend that tower. Instead, kukuha sila ng Torres sa baba and Turtle. I think that's a good trade. They are ahead about 1,000 gold. And yun nga, this is turning into a Punishers game so far. I think they're ahead here. Chaknu just cutting the lane, cutting the wave. Make sure Arbe cannot make space for himself. And mapapansin mo, EXP-wise, lamang na lamang ang Punishers dito.
Yes, and mukhang nanaglag ng Happy Feet Embers, but look at here, to and fro, Zaman Force Time's Journey is going to be used, pero nakapag-flicker away si Chakno in the brink of health, but the Tan, here, naka-escape siya with his flicker out, and this goes to show that Happy Feet Emperors managed to defend, but at the same time, Pakbet, though, medyo low dahil napatay siya ni Leomord.
Oh, I'm sorry. I stand corrected. Si Pakbet pala ang naka-Esmeralda at si Chakno
Ang nakadigi.
Alright, so this is some
Oh,
diversity
but
on
look
the
at
side
that
of the child
sneaky
parody.
Rico.
Zapno is going off, ladies and gentlemen. Takbo paring Zapno. I don't think you can get away from this. There's too much to ask to survive an onslaught from Tan and Graham and company.
Yes.
Sakto lang. He paid the price. Still 1,000 gold ahead. It's just May making the most of it.
Yes, and while that fiasco was going on, nakita natin dito May and Chakno going for that sweet rotation from bottom to the top, and the Minotaur here trying to go to actually defend, pero too late to apologize dahil na yan na nga, nag-decide na lang silang kumuha ng ating buff doon, but the Leomord still trying his best to like show away minions para hindi na matuloy-tuloy ang papupush ni Thomas dito sa top. But again, this leads to a bit map control for the side of Sua Execution Punishers dahil na-push na ang top at bot. At ang natitira na lang na top, the turret, the first turret is the mid lane.
Okay, so far so good. I really like how Mr. V's Rafaela is performing.
Yes.
He did get the first blood, and he's making these rotations for the Emperors a little more doable, plausible
Yes.
per se. Kasi ang bilis sila gumalaw from top to bottom, mid. It's just it's so hard to defend from May's solo tabs here.
Yes, and do take note that Happy Feet Embers only has one tank. So they have to really protect wisely. But look at here on the turtle side, Harriet was able to steal it, but the cushion goes for the kill against Leomord. The Harriet goes for the slay as he kills Chakno on the long run, pero mukhang si Pakbet dito, nahihirapan kung sino ba ang uunahin niyang i-target, and Pakbet here still in the low of Eldian with the Hurricane Dance, pero nakapag-killing spree ang ating Harriet with the help of his Chrono Dash, and with a double kill, kahit nakapag-tower hug, hindi pa rin susuko, though May here, medyo late na siya, and the cushion goes for the kill, and the Revenger squad here, pero hindi sapat dahil na-triple kill niya ang Kuya Mogushan, at hindi pa rin tapos because May will be trying to defend Chakno here, pero napakalakas masyado ng damage output ni Tan dito, at nakapag-back, but Ramos here will be killing that Minotaur in exchange na maligtas si Tan dito, but look at that crit, and Arbe here hindi magpapatalo, pero nakapag-reverse time si Chakno doon at hindi mahabol si May, pero yan na nga, we are seeing here kiting, but hindi pa rin sapat. Arbe was able to defeat him in the nick of time, but Dian here with that first kill at napatay muli si Leomord at si MB naipit dahil si Pakbet at Dian to the rescue, but the Rafaela goes for the heal and the stealth as well para hindi siya makita dito, and now they are just going for resources.
I really like that conceal on Mr. V. Maaga niya nakuha yung Shadow Mask, and it helped MB survive, and that's really good. Pero I think both teams medyo nagkasim sila doon. That was a long and extended team fight that should have ended maybe a minute earlier.
But take note, the Rafaela pick here, the exotic pick that we expected to not perform well, is actually the one carrying for now, because even if wala siyang kills, look at the support. It's 116 for Mr. V doon. Maganda yung pagkaka-execute niya ng Shadow Mask. But look here though, Pakbet medyo naipit, but the binuan for will be used. Chakno with a low health pick, but that Ranger will be getting that crit and goes for the double kill. May and Dian enter a bit too late at 5 members ngayon na Happy Feet nagta-tower hug and goes for that triple negotiation, though medyo kukuha ng tira-tira dito, ladies and gents, and Zapdo will be forced to back away dahil Arbe and the company ay papunta na sa kanyang health ET.
Parang cleaner si Zapno ngayon.
Medyo tagalinis na lang muna eh.
I think this is the way that they can do this. I think this is what the Punisher should do right now. Tama lang. They're making the right calls. I think because they are on the defensive. Even if they have pushed much earlier and much faster, lamang sila ng isang tore
Yes.
sa Emperors, the Punishers really are in no position to
Whoa!
force the issue. Kasi nga kanina pa sila nag-audition, kanina pa sila isa-isa. And Zapnu has been playing off lane, or at least been farming up more often recently, and in the past 2 fights, humahabol lang siya, cleaners lang siya.
Yes.
So right now, after this Turtle Slay, I think they are back to parity. Equilibrium has been reached once again, and the Punishers can move into a more aggressive position.
Yes, and I would just like to highlight kanina, no, even though the Leomord was tower hug, the reverse type siya ni Shaktu, which gave him the mark coming from from Zapno kanina at na-incandescent siya towards his death. So it was actually a good cooperation done by both Zapnu and Shaknu doon para kahit papano, medyo na -1 nila ang members ng Happy Feet Emperors dito. At kita mo nga ngayon, ladies and gents, medyo it's the side of pressure na kay Punishers, but look at the damage. No, Zapno with the incandescence killed Granger, but of course in exchange, Rafaela will be shutting down Zapno there dahil nag-tower hug. Pero the Minoan Fury is used. Both are stunned and knocked up, but Dian with that Hurricane Dance at na-corner si Rafaela, and Esmeralda goes for the kill. Reverse time though, mag-use ni ating Diggy. Chakma has to go back with the low health. The Zaman Force and the Chrono Dash will be here, trying to free hit Macbeth, but Macbeth though with the absorption of his shield, namatay si Harit at hindi pa rin nagpatumpik, ladies and gents, because the Akai also manages to pick off Minotaur there at hindi na, wala nang choice si Leomar dito dahil low health, kahit low health siya, more members pa rin ng Punishers though, but Granger hindi natamaan si Diggy doon even though it was short on range by an inch.
We've seen the Punishers do this before. Parati silang mahilig mag-counter punch. Hey,
Uh-huh.
Danger, magpapabugbog sila ng konti. They'll trade lives for objectives. But right now, this is what I said. They're back into an offensive position. Zapno here just picking off Mr. V like it's nobody's business. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the items real quick. Zapno sitting at a 9-3-0. Kahit na nag-aasim siya, kahit kanina pumasok siya sa base. Nakakabuo naman siya and a quick, flashy show off.
Mr. Zapto, Mr.
Sakto.
Clean para sa ating game number 1 dahil nagpupunas lang siya ng mga members ng Happy Feet Emperors na alam niyang confident siyang papasukin yan. Pero ladies and gents, nakita natin kanina na inattempt yung Lord, pero I think they prioritized to push turrets more, which is essential. But Macbeth there, medyo winawanan-one niya yung Lord doon at papunta na nga si May para mapuntas na sa kanila ang very first Lord.
This is quite the free Lord. There's not much the Emperors can do. It's only Crab and Mr. V just poking out. They're playing footies behind this bush. And of
Oh.
course, this Lord is gonna be coming up.
O, yan na nga, ladies and gents. The reverse time daw, pero nakapag-minuan Fury si Crab kanina at hindi na nakapagpalipas pa. Rafaela successfully strayed the cushion, pero dito naman nakapag-Hurricane Dance si Akai kanina, but the Harriet in exchange, napatay niya si Gushon, pero wala na silang core ngayon. Dian has to shove away members of Happy Feet Emperors, nakapag-immortality, pero hindi na rin siya makakasurvive dahil 4 members ng Happy Feet Emperors ay nandoon sa kanyang gilid. And this is actually a good spot for Happy Feet Emperors as they push this middle side turret. May has no choice but actually tower hug here, pero si Kram, naku, mukhang medyo nag-aggressive siya dito. And this is a good chance for them to destroy the Lord, but this is also to buy time for Swag Execution Punishers. But ayan na, it's too late. The reverse time is there. Cram, though, hindi siya nahuli ng Falling Star Moon ni Pakpet. At ayan na nga, Tan here, medyo tinatry niyang mag-back away because Pakpet's damage also stinks. But the Lord here with an inch of health, hindi pa namatay. At ayan na nga, pinatay na nga nila.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Punishers have made sure that the bottom lane has been pushed. So Sakto, even if no one was defending, they still have equilibrium. It's still their wave. And of course, it's May who's going to be pushing that back. Zapno and the gang, they're putting pressure into mid and maybe trying to clean up top. I really like what Chakno is doing, but ladies and gentlemen, si Kram, ang ganda lang mag-feel ni Kram.
Yes.
Pag mag-aggressive na ang Punishers, parating naasarap lang si Kram, and that gives the rest of the Emperors time to defend. Even if Pakbet hits the Falling Star Moon, there's still a good possibility that he's gonna miss. And of course, MV is right there. He is dealing a lot of damage, and it's just right for Zapno to go ahead and dive in.
Dian tries to go in with the Hurricane Dance so para ma-corner si Kram at wala sila Minoan Fury. But ladies and gents, nakikita natin dito medyo na low on health ang members ng Punishers. But Gushan successfully killed one from Happy Feet Emperors. Naka-double kill, pero in exchange, napatay siya ni Rafaela due to tower diving. Pero ngayon nakikita natin si RB going back. Pet though, hindi na siya umabot because he dived in too much doon sa base ng Happy Feet Emperors. But this is on the good side for Suha Execution Punishers dahil kung makikita mo, push na ang outside turrets nila. Buhay pa si May. Diggy is just there standing by at mukhang pagka lumabas ang Happy Feet Emperors, magpa-provide lang ng vision tong Diggy eh.
Look at the items on Zapno. COD, Calamity Reaper, Truncheon, concentrated energy, buong-buo na, wala nang kailangan pa. Sitting at a lovely almost 9,000 gold. To be honest, it's May who we should be looking at.
Yeah.
May has been tanking a lot of damage, sitting at 1, 3, and 6. Pero yun nga, look at the top lane. Doon unang nabutas ang Emperors, and it's the work of May for the past maybe 10 minutes
Although,
that's been pushing this.
Yeah, although maganda nga yung nagiging exchange ng Happy Feet Emperors and Slow Execution Punishers, the fact na medyo may objective priority pa rin ang Punishers, it only means that medyo in a pinch pa rin ang status ng Emperors. And we are seeing now, hindi na nila pinapaagaw though yung kanilang Sage Golem, but still, look at that Thomas and that Esmeralda there. Talagang nag-agaw din in exchange, and they're just waiting for the second Lord to spawn to give pressure with regards to pushing dito sa side ng Slow Execution.
Lord is up in about 30 seconds. Zapno just cleaning up the rest of their jungle so that they can go ahead and clean all the resources on the map. Ang ginagawa dito ng Punishers, choke na nila ang Emperors. Because the rest of the waves are theirs, it's a red map as far as we're concerned. The Emperors, what they can do here is they can turtle up, protect the rest of the lanes that they have. That's the two bottom and mid. At syempre, linisin nila yung top kasi parating may pressure yan eh.
Yeah.
Kung magpilit sila ng laban sa Lord and mag-try sila mag-contest, there's a possibility that we go into a base race.
Yes, meanwhile, we are seeing that the Lord has already spawned, but ngayon, ladies and gents, medyo hindi pa nila ganong inano, but Pakbet though is already starting up to kill the Lord there, and members ng Punishers, pinipressure lang, Thomas on the top side, parang ayaw talaga palabasin si Leo Morton. Cram though, medyo checking on visuals dito, at ayan na nga, Dian has to go back with that first Binoan Fury coming by Cram, pero si Dian lang ang nahuli, Chrono Dash, and the Zaman Force Harriet, pero wala siyang nakuha, but medyo messy ang nangyayari dito because Thomas has killed Rafaela, wala na silang health regeneration, Falling Star Moon nakapag-tower dive with that confidence, and na-reverse time si Minotaur at na-slayed ni Shakno dito, at dahil na-pick off ang 3 members ng Happy Feet Emperors, wala nang makakakontest ng second Lord for the hands of Punishers.
This is a clean Lord May. He's the second Lord of the game. Libre-libre para sa Punishers. Meron pa silang ipapush na mid at bot. Ladies and gentlemen, it's just 2 members taking the Lord here. Ganito yung maganda eh. The lineup on the Punishers, they're able to go with 4 and 1, maybe 3 and 2 even.
Yes.
And they can fight, they can stall. And that's the reason
Oh,
why they're
na-reverse time
able
si Arvid
to
though.
take objectives even if they are trading. And ladies and gentlemen, Arvid bites the dust here. This is going to give some time for Zapno to just solo this tower. Chakno and May following up, ladies and gentlemen. Lord has been called down. He's going to be marching down top. Quick fight, engage in mid.
Ariana nga with the Chrono Dash and the Zaman Force, Dian will be cornering up Graham right here para hindi siya makapag-Minoan Fury, pero it will be cancelled. This Pakbet here absorbing more shields, slaying that Rafaela. Gushan goes for the kill against that Minotaur. And ayan na nga, ladies and gents, mukhang pa tapusin na ng Slow Execution Punishers ang game number 1. Dinidistract lang nila to si MB, but Harris goes for the kill, but game number 1 goes to Slow Execution Punishers.
It was quite the extended struggle. This game ended at 16 minutes.